This is the Divine Superconductor, sponsored by MitoLife, the most potent and purest DHA on the market. Vegan-friendly, water-extracted, solvent-free, heirloom strain, all of it. It's where the fish actually get their omega-3 DHA. So to check that out, click the link below. And this video is about how to do the ultimate foot bath. I've been doing these for a while. They're a game changer. I get a lot of questions about magnesium, what magnesium products do you recommend? This is the most practical one because there's not a lot of people selling magnesium bicarbonate. You can make it, you can go back to my video, but you have to be a pretty hardcore health nut to get to that level of making your own stuff. You know, making your own silver, making your own magnesium. All these things take time. So this is my setup. This is a copper hand-hammered foot bath from omicaorganics.com. I'll actually put the link below. If you click my link, you get an automatic discount, which is awesome. And if that doesn't work, just shoot me a message. I'll get back to you with the discount code. But you should get 10% off by clicking my link. And this is very unique. This is very, very clean copper. Because you can go out and buy copper elsewhere. Their sourcing is incredible. So what I do is I fill it from that bath filter. I'll put the link for that below. That's one step. Omica actually just released a flex line. So you can actually go from the shower head and drop a line down. That's the ultimate. And that would be the next level. So this is my setup. This is a copper hand-hammered foot bath from omicaorganics.com. I'll actually put the link below. If you click my link, you get an automatic discount, which is awesome. And if that doesn't work, just shoot me a message. I'll get back to you with the discount code. But you should get 10% off by clicking my link. And this is very unique. This is very, very clean copper. Because you can go out and buy copper elsewhere. Their sourcing is incredible. So basically, so what I do is I fill it from that bath filter. I'll put the link for that below. That's one step. Omica actually just released a flex line. So you can actually go from the shower head and drop a line down. That's the ultimate. And that would be the next level. I have really good water up here in Southern California. I'm in a little microclimate. They don't fluoridate the water here. I checked the tap water database on environmentalworkinggroup.org. I have relatively better water than a lot of places, especially the place where I grew up. And so fill it with filtered is the key. Never use tap water because the benefits of this, the negatives will outweigh the benefits if you use unfiltered water, to me. To me, soaking in unfiltered bath water in the city, no matter what essential oils, no matter what magnesium flakes, whatever you put in there, you're going to be basically poisoning yourself. So filtered water is the key. Every time you do a bath, every time you do a foot bath. These are nice, the foot baths, because it's a little more practical. You can even travel with this thing really easy. Just throw it in your car, bring a little filter with you, screw it on whenever you go somewhere. And it's just very portable. The first thing I add are magnesium foot bath flakes. These are from Omica Organics, and this one happens to have biodynamic rosemary in it, which is incredible. And that adds something very magical to the foot bath. They also have orange peel, which is really nice. And you generally can do a cup. So remember, the water's already warm. So I just kind of go like this. And I love magnesium, and high dose magnesium is possible through the foot bath. So you can see I put a pretty substantial amount in there. But generally, if you just use a cup, you'll be good. But you can use as much as you want. I personally use maybe about 1/4 to 1/5 of this every time I do a foot bath. The other thing I add is baking soda. And this you should actually cycle. Just watch if your feet start to flake or whatever. It can be a little strong, but baking soda will work a lot of the critters on your feet. Trust me, it's very powerful. I've been doing baking soda soaks for years. And don't worry, this is aluminum free. That is baking powder that has the aluminum in it. Baking soda is pure. I use this just topically. I still wouldn't ingest it. I get other sources for internal use. But just for purposes of this, it's very affordable to megadose this. You can even buy this at Costco. This was like $6 for this bag. 13.5 pounds. 13.5 pounds. And I just keep this little bamboo, scooper in here. And you can see it fizzing like crazy. And why I'm doing this is not for the sodium. It's actually for the bicarbonate ion. Bicarbonate is something we're all deficient in because we're breathing acids, we're bathing in acids, and we're drinking acids, most likely, especially if we're drinking spring water. So I do about that amount. A lot of it's intuitive. I'll do different amounts every time I do it. But if you want to keep it consistent, then you could just do 1 cup of this, 1 cup of baking soda. I've done that in the past. This is the super next level stuff. This is 20 multein borax since 1891. It's really interesting, the name of this. They actually would transport this powder from mines with mules. That's why it's called 20 multein. It has the story on the side here. It's actually a fascinating read while you're doing the foot bath. And what does it say here? Detergent, booster, and multi-purpose house cleaner. Helps remove stains, neutralizes odors. May be harmful if swallowed. Eye irritant. Interesting. So there's Meadow saying hello to the foot bath. And here we go. Here are the ingredients. Sodium tetraborate, a natural mineral. Now, what else? Other ingredients? No other ingredients. Wow. Sodium tetraborate, a natural mineral. So Google that, and what you'll find is it's just as pure as baking soda. Whoa. And you'll find that actually that in the system, tetraborate, changes to boric acid. And boric acid provides boron to the body. And boron is what gets washed away with acid rain. It creates rheumatoid arthritis, weak bones, brittle bones. So it's not just K2, vitamin D, calcium, it's boron for the bones, and everyone is pretty much deficient in boron. Same as a lot of the minerals, especially magnesium. That's the #1 mineral, and it's almost like we can't get enough. Same as DHA. I mean, we can, but our needs for that has never been higher. Or if you're an accountant, an office worker, you're in EMF. By definition, your brain is burning through more nutrients. And that artificial light hitting your eye from the screen, if you're not blocking it, that's going to burn through DHA. The non-native EMF are opening up calcium ion channels in your cells. Calcium floods into the cell, swells it. The mitochondria go further apart, and you have decreased energy production in tissues, which can possibly lead to disease conditions. So this is a foundational thing. And remember that enzymes require minerals to work. So when we're talking about something like magnesium, they used to say 800 enzymes. I've heard up to 2,000 enzymes require magnesium, which means if magnesium's not there, then these spark plugs of life, these enzymes that activate biochemical reactions, can't do their job. They're shut down. So really, when you feed yourself minerals, what you're doing is you're flipping on countless switches in the thousands. Like you work on copper, which can be a whole nother video. There's copper 2, copper 1, they're different. So if you take a copper supplement, okay, first thing, what is it bound to? Is it copper niacin? Is it copper orotate? What ion is the copper bound to? And more than that, can your liver actually produce the protein called ceruloplasmin to transport the copper and make it bioavailable? Because if that whole process is off, 30 enzymes shut down. They say you have iron anemia, low iron. Really? Or are you copper toxic? So with the mineral thing, it's actually fairly complicated, which is why I'm such a huge fan of shilajit, because it's a natural way. It's not just taking fulvic acid liquid, which is a good start, but it's taking the whole water-soluble powder from Omica, putting that in your coffee, taking that every day. This is one of the things. if you eat 3 meals a day, you're going to be quickly degrading your brain from all the stuff in the food. And that's not even to mention the water that we're drinking and bathing. That's a whole nother thing. But excess calcium and potassium in the food, those are magnesium antagonists, and that's not cool, because if you're getting that 3 times a day and you're 20 or 30, and this has been 20 or 30 years of this, why do you think you're anxious, depressed, all these things? These really affect our neurotransmitters. And we used to think there were only 30 neurotransmitters. There are over 2,000. We keep discovering more. This supercomputer is really complex, and it requires electricity. And there are a lot of things that short circuit that electricity. Aluminum in the brain, mercury in the brain. Remember, seafood is a double-edged sword. You eat seafood, yeah, you're getting omega-3 DHA, but look at it. Look at the worms. Pick it apart. Look at the eggs. They're in all of them, guys. Even if you can't see them, they're there. And how do you know? And it's because of ocean acidification. The oceans being acid, which is a fact, that shuts down the immune system of fish, and they get parasitic infection. So a lot of this, yes, to the paleo people, you can strengthen your field to be able to handle this barrage of toxins. But remember, 1 drop of mercury shuts down an entire lake, according to the EPA. So methylmercury is not just something to mess around with. It's serious. And some people will say that the selenium in the fish, if it's a high selenium type of fish that's not swordfish or shark, that it's going to actually mitigate that. I'm not going to count on that, because I don't want mercury in my brain. I don't want one of the most neurotoxic metals known to man in my brain, because it's a lot of work to get it out. To mobilize metals in the brain is no joke. You need a heavy magnetic field. Go back and see my video on the Magnetico sleep pad. A little tangent from the Footbath, but it all comes back together. Basically, you're feeding your system magnesium, boron, and the bicarbonate ion. The bicarbonate's going to help to neutralize acids. The magnesium is going to help to flip switches. And the boron is going to help, well, men for their testosterone production. Look into that. And for your bone strength, and for a lot of things. Look up the article called Boron Conspiracy. I'll link that below. And read about this mineral boron. Where are we getting it in the food? That's the question. Right? Where are we getting boron in our food? Because it's not in the soil. So if it's not in the soil, then we're not getting it. And one of the benefits of doing transdermal like this is that you can feed your system megadoses, and you don't have to worry about the gut. Because a lot of people have gut dysfunction. A lot meaning 90%. Not only do we not have enough species of probiotic bacteria in our gut, but the gut lining, the actual junctions, are apart. And that's because we're not only eating glyphosate, that super poison, pesticide, but we're actually breathing it because it's airborne. And when glyphosate gets in the gut, yeah, it shuts down cytochrome P450 enzymes that are required for energy production and your immune system. It also has a lot of other effects. And then let's stack onto this vaccines with nagalase in the vaccines. Now your vitamin D is shut down. Whoa, 2,000 genes are just turned off. And you keep stacking this stuff, and basically the odds are against us. So let's make the odds in our own favor. Let's actually stack these things in a practical way. It makes sense to do a foot bath with filtered water and getting fed magnesium that, again, is not in the food. Because they're not using magnesium in the fertilizer unless they're a very, very conscious farm that's actually using fulvic and humic acid and shilajit in the soil. Otherwise, every time it rains, it's really causing a lot of dysfunction in the soil. Killing the acidic microbes, mutating the alkaline ones, washing the boron away. Just remember, most food you buy at the main market, even if it's organic, what water are you watering that produce with, guys? It's tap water. It's tap water. And it's under chemtrails, and it's under acid rain. Tap water, chemtrails, acid rain. Does that sound like healthy food to me? Not really. Does it sound like we're actually going to get our nutrition from that food that we should rely on as our foundation? Yeah, we got to eat food, but is it our foundation? No. Light, water, magnetism are the foundation. And so magnesium is involved in the voltage-gated ion channels, which actually regulate how electricity moves throughout the body. That's what's disrupted with non-native EMF, with Wi-Fi, cell phone towers, just living in a city. You don't even have to be in Wi-Fi. Just living in a city. Dysregulating these ion channels, the calcium. And calcium has a long list of effects on the cell. You also get peroxynitrites, you also get reactive nitrogen species. That's why I'm so into hydrogen. So go back and see my hydrogen video for non-native EMF. So hope that was educational for you. Definitely start doing foot baths. The whole investment out the door to just start doing them, $250 or so. And that will set you up for a good amount of time. I mean, that's if you're not mega dosing like me. Load up on magnesium, load up on DHA, always use filtered water. First question to ask with health, what are you bathing in? Shower filter, number one. Number one, before magnesium, before shilajit, before anything you take, cut out the thousands of poisons in the tap water, because they are poisons and they will affect the spacesuit in a super, super deep way. So subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my newsletter on mitolife.us. I write articles once a week. I put a lot of thought into and share all the links. We go really deep there. And look forward to a lot more videos. I'm actually going to be launching a little academy where there's going to be in-depth e-courses. So I love you. This is the Divine Superconductor. Stay supercharged.